Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears From Plays YouTube channel. Today is Saturday. It is September 6th. Louisville and JMU start of the third quarter. Louisville just hit a bomb, so it's 14-14. JMU looks like they were the play with the spread. We have the over 55.5. A lot of game left, but not too confident. There was a lot of mistakes in that first half from Louisville. JMU kind of dominated them in the first half. But we'll see what happens in that game. We do have Miller Moss over his passing touchdowns at 2.5. He's sitting at 1. Need 2 more. Again, a lot of game left. I'm also watching the Chiefs-Chargers game. Chargers came out hot. Chiefs, I said this to one of my buddies. All my buddies are Chiefs fans. I won't say anything negative about the Chiefs because of the Chiefs. They always win. It looks like the Chiefs have been winning games for 5 years, and they've been to the Super Bowl for the last 5 years. And it looks like the Chargers came out, and they're tired of losing. And it looks like the Chargers all off season had this game ready. They were ready to go. They've been well coached. It looks like the effort on the Chargers side is a lot more than the Chiefs side right now. But again, very early in the game, 10-0. So we'll see what happens. Also, I have COVID. If I'm wheezing or if I sound nasally, no, that is, well, maybe I probably wheeze anyway whenever I do these videos. But I sound worse, I think. But we'll see how it goes. If I take a couple deep breaths, you'll know that it's because I have COVID, not because I'm just out of breath. But here we go. Let's talk about the games for tomorrow. I'm going to do the rivalry games for tomorrow. 2 of them for sure. Kansas, Missouri going up against, and then Iowa going up against Iowa State. And then, like I said, I was going to try to do 2 games every Saturday and 2 player props every Saturday. That's completely out the window because it looks like we may be 7-9 after the first week. And I threw about 15 darts on the board. So we'll see where everything sticks, but we're going to talk about a lot of games. Going to start with Kansas going up against Missouri, the border war for the Kansas Jayhawks and Missouri. These teams, it's not talked about a lot, the rivalry, because they don't play football a lot. They play basketball sometimes as well, but the border war is one of the best rivalries there is. These teams, whenever they've met, 1891 was the first game. They are 56-55 at 9 ties. Missouri's hold the lead. Kansas has not been a very good football program over the last several years. Missouri, I think, has won 4 of the last 5, maybe 5 of the last 6. Last time this game was played at Missouri, 2011, they won that game pretty easily. But we've got 2 good teams coming into this match. Missouri looked pretty good in the first game. Kansas is coming into this game 2-0. They have that win against Fresno and then beat the hell out of Wagner, I think 50-something to 7. So Kansas defensively, they didn't look good in the first drive of the first game. They looked pretty good ever since then. Jalen Daniels has been a very, very good player. Heisman watch for Jalen Daniels as well this year. He's putting up some big numbers passing. We'll see what he does with his legs in this game because I think he's going to need his legs a little bit more. But both of these quarterbacks have shown talent this season. The Missouri quarterback transferred from Penn State, right? Transferred from Penn State. Really good first game. I think it was 283 and a couple touchdowns. The running back as well, Matt Hardy, a transfer from ULM. He's going to be a problem in this game, I think. Missouri can get it done on the ground. I think he's going to be a big problem. He's gone over 100 yards in 9 of his 13 games over the last 13. The prop for him in this one makes no sense to me. I know the Kansas defense is pretty good, but his over-prop on this game is 67.5 rushing yards. So I'm going to be taking that as a prop. We'll talk about that in a second. But I'm going to take Kansas here plus 7.5. In a rivalry matchup, there's not a whole lot of difference between these 2 teams. I think Missouri is obviously the more talented team. But 7.5 points for a Kansas team, which has scored a lot of points. Defense is playing well. I love Lance Leipold, the head coach. This is too many points. I'll take Kansas plus 7.5. Like I said, rivalry matchup. Difference is a rivalry. If this game wasn't a rivalry matchup, Kansas going on the road to face Missouri and they weren't rivals, maybe you take Missouri because they are the more talented team. But this is a rivalry matchup. Got to take the points. And I know that I just said all that, and I'm just going to flip the switch here with the other side. 3.5 points is a lot different than 7.5 points. I'm taking Iowa State, the Cyclones, minus 3.5. The Hawkeyes are the exact same team that we've seen over the last 10 to 15 years. The quarterback they brought in, he's horrible. 44 yards in the last game. Iowa kept the ball on the ground against New Mexico. I think the final score was 34-7 on that one. They had an extremely slow start. The defense looks pretty good again this season. But Iowa State might be the team in the Big 12 that everybody needs to watch out for. This is a team that has started off extremely hot, 2-0 start. They had that win in Dublin against Kansas State. South Dakota, everybody thought maybe a hiccup here. Maybe they don't cover the spread. Beat the brakes off of South Dakota. Beat the brakes off of them. And that is a statement win for Iowa State. Rocco Beck's a very good quarterback. The Iowa offense does not look good. Iowa State defensively has looked decent. I know Avery Johnson's not a good quarterback, and I know they didn't play a very good team in their last game. But this Cyclones team is showing a lot of heart, a lot of hustle, and Rocco Beck is the best player on the field on both sides of the ball. Beck needs to win this game for his team. He needs to beat the Iowa defense. He needs to pick them apart. The difference in this game is quarterback play. It's very simple. Both of these teams, head to head, it's usually a very close game. It's usually a defensive battle. The Iowa defense is going to be good. But if Rocco Beck can pick apart this Iowa defense, and I think he can, he's got some talented players. First two games, they have looked very good, including Rocco. He's looked very good. He needs to win this game for Iowa State. Another kind of statement game for Iowa State. We are 2 games in. I love the rivalry matchups, 2 games into the season. Both these teams playing for their season basically right now. I think the Hawkeyes lose this one. They're going on the road. Rocco wins this game for his team. Give me Iowa State minus 3.5. Now, let's just grab a bunch of darts and throw them at the board. I'm going to talk a little bit about each game, but I'm not going to go into great detail on these games. But the games that I've already broken down, Kansas plus 7.5 by the half point or by the point, going to be like minus 135. Iowa State minus 3.5 going up against Iowa. I think that one's minus 107 right now. So I love both those plays. I'm out Hardy over the 6.5 rushing, and then Rocco Beck. I basically hammered it down. 230.5 passing yards. Not a lot of passing yards. It kind of is going up against that Iowa defense, but I really think he can pick them apart. So Rocco Beck's going to be the player prop for tomorrow. Other games. Illinois going up against Duke. Duke plus 2.5 at home. Illinois, top 15 team. Duke transfer from Tulane. Quarterback, he played really well in the first game. Duke's I think Duke can win this game outright. I think Duke can win this game outright. I'm going to take the points, so plus 2.5. Baylor against SMU. Baylor didn't look very good against Auburn. Auburn's defense played a lot better than I thought. Jackson Arnold played a lot better than I thought. Baylor's a good team. I think SMU's overrated once again. They were not very good last season. They made the playoffs, obviously, but they got their ass kicked in the playoffs. So I'm going to take Baylor there, plus 2.5. Michigan, plus 5.5. Like the underdogs tomorrow. Oklahoma, John Mater. Heisman, maybe. He played extremely well in that first game. Underwood on the other side, the rookie, or not rookie, but first-year quarterback from Michigan, also looked really good. Going to be a quarterback battle in that one. Should be fun. Michigan defense good. Oklahoma, we'll see what happens. But that game is in Oklahoma. Oklahoma probably wins, but I'm going to take the points. I think it's a field goal game. Michigan plus 5.5. Texas minus 38.5. System play. San Jose State, they missed a 31-yard field goal to win, and then like a 40-yard field goal to win. They had back-to-back drives where they missed 2 field goals. And by the way, they weren't even close. They were shanks. That was a 1 a.m. game on a Thursday night, I believe. The first opening night of football that I had San Jose State money line because I chased it, and I lost. They're horrible. I kind of like their quarterback, but Texas, they lost 14-7. Everybody's dogging on Arch Manning. I'm one of them. I think we just need to calm down a little bit. He's still probably going to be good. They just played Ohio State. That's the best defense in the country. So I think Texas is going to find their way here, minus 36.5. They're going to put up 60 points, and Texas defense probably not going to let San Jose State score. So I like Texas in that one. Ole Miss minus 9.5. This is easy. Kentucky's not a good team. Toledo hung around with them. Toledo had every opportunity to win that game. The offense just could not get anything clicking. Ole Miss much better offensively. Toledo covers the spread against Kentucky. Kentucky, like I said, Stoops, not a good coach. He said at the beginning of the season that he was ready to coach this season, and he's most excited about this season. This is the worst team he's had in a long time. So give me Ole Miss minus 9.5. They're going to kick the shit out of Kentucky. That's going to be a 25-plus point game for Ole Miss. South Florida, this is just Byron Brown. I trust him. That truck stick in the second quarter in his first game of the season kind of told me everything I needed to know going up against Boise State. He's going to use his legs, going to use his arms. South Florida defensively, they're flying around against Boise State. Obviously, Florida is a much higher step up in talent than Boise State. But 18.5 points going to Florida. Maybe they lose by 2 touchdowns, but I like this game to be close. I really do. I like it to be close going into the fourth quarter. Maybe Florida goes up by 14 points late in the game, but I like the points there, 18.5. I'm taking a lot of dogs tomorrow. The Mississippi State. Give me the point. Arizona State did not look good. Arizona State lost a lot last season. They have not looked good in the first game. Quarterback didn't look great. Mississippi State can win this game outright. Mississippi State looked pretty damn good. They had a bunch of transfers. They paid a lot of money to get some of these guys. Mississippi State might be back. They were horrible last season. They were horrible the year before. Mississippi State could be a good team in the SEC. I think Mississippi State can hang in this game. I'm going to take them plus 7.5. I'm going to buy the half point or whatever it is. But, yeah, I was impressed with the Mississippi State in week 1, and I was not with the other one. So Mississippi State plus 7.5. A lot of dogs tomorrow. A lot of darts to be thrown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total plays for tomorrow. Guys, going to do it for the NCAA football picks and props for Saturday. Almost forgot what day it is. September 6th. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.